I once watched someone I cared about ruin himself by being too good. He gave endlessly. He forgave too quickly. He kept sacrificing his peace for people who wouldn't even defend him when it mattered. He believed kindness would protect him. 3 years later, I ran into him again. He wasn't broken anymore. He wasn't bitter. He was controlled. And he said something that never left my mind. The world didn't become softer. I became harder to break. That sentence hit me because I realized something uncomfortable. This wasn't just his story. It was mine. And if you're honest with yourself, it's probably yours too. Right now, there are two versions of you living inside the same body. The first version explains himself. He apologizes too fast. He tolerates disrespect. He keeps hoping people will change. If he just gives a little more, he bends until he's exhausted, trying to be understood, accepted, valued. And the cruel irony? The more he gives, the less he's respected. Then there's the second version, the quiet one, the decisive one, the man who doesn't argue, doesn't chase, doesn't negotiate his dignity. When lines are crossed, he doesn't explode. He removes himself. No speeches, no guilt, no drama, just absence. You've been living as the first version for far too long, and it's costing you your edge. It's made you gentle, where you should be precise, patient where you should be selective, open where you should be guarded. Machiavelli warned about this centuries ago when he wrote, "It is better to be feared than loved, if one cannot be both." He wasn't advocating cruelty. He was describing control, the discipline to stop breaking yourself for people who benefit from your softness. In this video, I'm going to show you how to awaken the second version of yourself, the ruthless one, the one Machiavelli understood, the one people sense but can't manipulate. There are 8 internal shifts that separate these two versions of you. Each shift will cost you a piece of who you used to be. Each one will feel like burning an old identity. But if you stay until the end, you won't recognize the man you were before. You'll stop chasing peace from other people and start producing it internally. You'll understand what it means to be psychologically untouchable. And if this way of thinking already resonates with you, stay with me and make sure you're subscribed. This channel isn't about comfort, it's about control, because this world will break you unless you become ruthless. Before we begin, leave this statement in the comments. I will not break again. 1. Stop giving yourself to the ungrateful. The first step toward ruthlessness begins with a brutal realization. Your weakness was never your heart. It was where you invested it. You've been pouring energy into people who consume your presence, but never replenish it. Helping, forgiving, explaining, waiting for them to finally recognize your value. They never do. And there's a reason for that. In the psychology of power, anything given too freely is instinctively devalued. When people don't have to earn you, they stop respecting you. Generosity, when it has no limits, is interpreted as need. And the moment someone senses you need their approval, they gain leverage over you. That's how weakness forms, not through failure, but through emotional dependence, disguised as kindness. Machiavelli put it plainly. Men are quicker to offend one who is loved than one who is feared. The ungrateful exploit your goodness because they don't fear losing it. They know you'll stay. They know you'll forgive. They know you'll rationalize their behavior with excuses like, they didn't mean it. They're just going through something. That isn't compassion. That's self-deception. People don't remember how patient you were. They remember consequences. They don't respect explanations. They respect boundaries. Every time you tolerated disrespect, you trained them to see you as replaceable. Every time you explained your worth, you reinforced the idea that it had to be proven. That's why the good are often the first to be broken. Not because kindness is weak, but because kindness without teeth is invisible. The ungrateful aren't monsters. They're predators of guilt. They don't attack your strength. They attack your empathy. They make you feel selfish for protecting yourself. They weaponize your conscience against you. So stop believing you owe loyalty to anyone simply because you once cared. Your attention is not a right, it's a privilege. And privileges must be earned through consistent respect. Everyone else deserves distance, not devotion. Detachment becomes your shield. Indifference becomes your enforcement. Machiavelli warned about this too when he wrote, "Men are ungrateful, fickle, false, cowardly, and covetous." That wasn't cynicism. It was instruction. Never hand power to the ungrateful. They'll use it to weaken you. Goodness without boundaries isn't virtue. It's self-destruction. Ruthlessness isn't cruelty. It's correction. It's the moment you stop rewarding betrayal with access. When you stop answering every call. Stop forgiving every lie. Stop justifying your silence. The ungrateful panic because they can no longer feed on your reactions. That's when power shifts. You decide who stays. You decide who fades. The world doesn't belong to those who waste their energy hoping to be appreciated. It belongs to those who guard it like a weapon. Every ounce of strength you give to the wrong people is power stolen from your future. Withdraw it. Conserve it. Rebuild it. Let them wonder where your warmth went. If they ask, let the silence answer. Some people deserve your absence more than your affection. Drop this in the comments. My kindness has limits. 2. Turn pain into power. Pain is the most honest teacher you'll ever meet. It doesn't care about your excuses. It doesn't soften the lesson. It exposes weakness without mercy. The difference between those who break and those who dominate isn't how much pain they endured. It's what they did with it. Weak minds drown in pain because they search for fairness. They believe the world owes them healing. Ruthless minds understand something darker. Pain is currency. You either invest it or waste it. Those who rise from betrayal, heartbreak, and loss aren't lucky. They're strategic. They don't ask, why me? They ask, what does this reveal about my blind spots? Machiavelli believed crisis was opportunity because suffering strips illusion. Pain isn't punishment. It's information. Every betrayal shows where you trusted too easily. Every rejection reveals where you placed your worth. Every loss exposes what you thought was permanent. Once you see pain this way, it stops being a wound. It becomes a weapon. Most people cry to feel better. The strong reflect to become dangerous. They don't chase closure. They build control. They study behavior instead of hating it. They analyze mistakes instead of escaping them. Heartbreak becomes discipline. Disappointment becomes focus. That's Machiavellian resilience, using cruelty as fuel instead of chains. Pain is the forge of dominance. When life breaks you, it shows you who you are without masks. Sit with it. Absorb it. Because once you survive your own suffering, no one can control you with fear. The moment pain stops terrifying you, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability is power. Guilt stops working on you. Rejection stops shaking you. You've already endured worse. Your silence deepens. Your presence hardens. Your gaze steadies. People feel it. Scars stop being shameful. They become armor. That's the transition point. When pain no longer shapes you, you shape others through it. So the next time life hurts you, don't curse it. Study it. Ask, what advantage is hidden here? Because every wound contains dominance. If you're ruthless enough to extract it, drop this affirmation in the comments. My pain builds power. 3. Kill the need to be understood. The desire to be understood is one of the most dangerous addictions a man can have. It feels noble. It feels honest. But it quietly keeps powerful minds chained to mediocrity. You keep explaining yourself, clarifying intentions, defending motives, hoping that if people really saw your heart, they would treat you differently. They won't, because most people aren't listening to understand you. They're listening to classify you. They don't absorb your words to know you. They dissect them to measure you, to locate leverage, to find soft spots. Every explanation you give is data. And data, in the wrong hands, becomes control. In psychological warfare, clarity is a liability. The more someone understands your motives, the easier it is to predict you. And once you're predictable, you're manageable. That's why the ruthless cultivate silence. They allow others to guess, to project, to assume, and in that fog of uncertainty, they remain unreachable. Machiavelli understood this instinctively. Power does not argue its existence. It does not justify itself. Explanation is defensive, and defense signals vulnerability. The most intimidating individuals are not the loudest. They are the least accessible. They don't explain why they act. They don't clarify why they withdraw. They don't announce their decisions. They move. And their silence forces others to adapt. That silence creates tension. Tension creates caution. And caution creates respect. The weak beg to be understood. The strong permit misunderstanding. The moment you stop correcting people, something shifts. You become unpredictable. And unpredictability is fear's closest ally. People cannot control what they cannot read. That's why leaders, rulers, and strategists throughout history spoke less than they knew and revealed less than they possessed. They understood something crucial. Mystery protects power. Every time you rush to explain yourself, you hand over the blueprint of your emotions. You teach people how to reach you, how to provoke you, how to dismantle you. Radical transparency invites dissection, and dissection kills authority. Machiavelli warned that wisdom acts early, before exposure. The foolish keep talking until everything valuable has been revealed. You owe no one explanations for your silence. You owe no one justification for your distance. You owe no one clarity about your evolution. Let them misunderstand you. Let them label you cold, arrogant, detached. Every false assumption becomes another layer of armor. The instant you stop correcting them, you reclaim control. Because power lives in restraint. Silence is not weakness. It is disciplined composure. It unsettles people because they don't know what you're thinking. They don't know what you'll tolerate. They don't know where the line is. That uncertainty makes them careful. Think about the most powerful person you've ever encountered. They weren't loud. They weren't emotional. They didn't over-explain. Their presence alone commanded attention, not because they demanded it, but because they didn't need it. Every word they withheld carried more weight than 1,000 defenses. That is the presence you must cultivate. Become unreadable, a storm that doesn't announce itself. When provoked, respond with nothing. When misjudged, remain unmoved. Truth is your weapon. Don't waste it proving your innocence. Those who demand explanations from you do not deserve them. Those who respect you will never ask. Power is not persuasion. It is internal certainty. And the moment you stop needing to be understood, you finally begin to understand yourself. Drop this in the comments. My silence speaks power. 4. Detach, never beg. Begging is how authority collapses. The moment you chase attention, affection, or closure, you shrink in the eyes of those who were never going to value you. Detachment is not emotional coldness. It is command. It is the ability to walk away from anything that compromises your self-respect, even if you wanted it deeply. Most people confuse attachment with loyalty. They are opposites. Loyalty is chosen. Attachment is dependency. The world taught you that fighting for people proves love, that holding on shows commitment. But in the psychology of power, the one who chases always loses leverage. Begging, whether for time, reassurance, or emotional resolution, broadcasts desperation. And desperation invites exploitation. Machiavelli understood this clearly. A man who cannot govern himself will always be governed by others. When emotion leads, control disappears. The ruthless do not detach because they lack feeling. They detach because they refuse to be owned by it. When someone pulls away, they don't plead, they observe. When someone disrespects them, they don't argue, they disappear. No confrontation, no explanation. Silence becomes the blade. Absence becomes the message. In a world fueled by emotional manipulation, detachment is rebellion. It terrifies manipulators because it removes their fuel, your reaction. Once you stop reacting, you become unreadable, and unreadable men are dangerous. The strongest weapon of the powerful is not rage, it is indifference. Indifference is colder than hatred and far more permanent. When people can no longer predict your response, they lose control over your behavior. That's when your energy shifts. You stop waiting. You start deciding. Those who once ignored you begin to feel your silence. Because silence from a formerly reactive man is louder than confrontation. Detachment grants a rare authority. The authority to walk away with your dignity intact. Machiavelli believed emotional control was the foundation of rulership. Those who cling are ruled. Those who detach rule. Men are driven by love or fear. If you master attachment, you command both. The ruthless understand this truth. Not everyone deserves access. Not every emotion deserves expression. Not every relationship deserves revival. You must learn to withdraw without announcement, to close doors quietly, to let distance speak for you. This is psychological warfare in its most refined form. The more you detach, the more power returns to you. You realize peace is not found in connection, it is found in command. True strength is the ability to love deeply and still walk away the instant your self-respect is threatened. Detachment doesn't mean you don't care. It means you care correctly. Because when you stop begging, you stop bleeding. And when you stop bleeding, no one feeds on you again. Drop this in the comments. I choose peace over people. 5. Boundaries are your armor. Boundaries are the line between power and collapse. Without them, your life becomes open territory. Anyone can enter, anyone can take, anyone can leave you depleted. You were taught that saying no is selfish, that limits make you cold, that enduring disrespect is maturity. That belief has been quietly destroying you. The absence of boundaries is not kindness, it is self-betrayal. Every time you tolerate disrespect, every time you forgive without consequence, every time you allow lines to be crossed just to keep the peace, you surrender authority over your own life. Weak people confuse tolerance with strength. The ruthless do not. They understand one brutal truth. A heart without armor is a target. Machiavelli warned that a ruler who cannot govern himself will be governed by others. If you cannot protect your space, no one will do it for you. The world does not honor openness. It exploits it. The same people who praise your kindness today will weaponize your forgiveness tomorrow. Human nature tests limits, always. Boundaries are not walls to punish others. They are gates that protect what is valuable. They are not cruelty. They are clarity. And clarity terrifies manipulators because it removes leverage. In psychological warfare, boundaries are instruments of control. Whoever enforces them sets the terms. When you say no calmly, Without apology, you communicate dominance. When you remove access after betrayal, you declare that your value is not negotiable. Power does not argue for respect. It demonstrates it through distance. Forgiveness without consequence is submission. Mercy without structure invites chaos. The moment you stop rewarding bad behavior with your presence, silence begins to form around those who once disrespected you. The fearful will call it arrogance. The weak will label it ego. The wise will recognize it as self-command. Machiavelli warned that those who allow themselves to be deceived deserve deception. You teach people how to treat you by what you tolerate. When you start guarding your life like a fortress, parasites disappear. Noise fades. Peace returns. And that's when clarity arrives. You see who respects your boundaries instead of resenting them, who honors your limits instead of testing them. Boundaries filter quality. They repel corruption. They make your presence earned, not accessible. To live without boundaries is to live without dignity. To live with them is to rule quietly. The ruthless are not cruel. They are precise. They build walls not from fear, but from wisdom, because the objective is not to be liked. It is to be respected. Every boundary you enforce is a declaration. This is where my peace begins. Those who truly value you will never ask you to lower your armor. They will stand outside it with honor. Drop this in the comments. My boundaries protect me. 6. Master the art of silence. Silence is the weapon of those who understand power. Most people fear silence because it exposes them. They talk to prove confidence, to fill space, to seek validation through noise. Every unnecessary word you speak becomes ammunition. Someone will use it, always. In a world addicted to talking, silence is dominance. Machiavelli warned against revealing too much of the mind. Once people can read you, they can calculate you. Once they can calculate you, they can control you. Silence makes you unreadable. Unreadable men are dangerous. The quiet figure in a room always holds more power than the loudest one. Because noise seeks attention, stillness commands it. In dark psychology, silence is not emptiness, it is strategy. It shifts control without confrontation. When you say nothing, others reveal everything. Their insecurities, their motives, their desperation. The ruthless listen more than they speak. They observe more than they explain. They act more than they promise. The weak rush to prove. The strong wait. Every pause you hold increases authority. Every silence forces others to expose themselves. Machiavelli understood that power lives in perception. The less people know about your intentions, the more they fear them. Silence creates tension. Tension breeds projection. People start imagining what you're thinking, what you might do, what you're capable of. That uncertainty gives you invisible control. Silence is not absence. It is presence amplified. You do not need volume to be felt. Restraint speaks louder than chaos. The loud crave power. The silent possess it. History's rulers knew this well. Reveal little. Let others imagine. Let imagination govern obedience. When insulted, remain silent. Watch guilt eat them alive. When provoked, do nothing. Let desperation expose itself. People expect reaction. They fear stillness. In stillness lies command. The fool defends himself with words. The wise defends himself with calm. The moment you stop explaining, you stop being emotional. You become strategic. Power does not beg to be understood. It demands to be felt. Silence makes you unpredictable. Unpredictability breeds respect. When you learn to hold your tongue, you learn to hold your power. And in a world where everyone is screaming to be heard, The one who masters silence becomes untouchable. Drop this in the comments. My silence controls chaos. 7. Never show full loyalty. Loyalty is only powerful when it is selective. The moment you give it blindly, it becomes your cage. Machiavelli understood human nature without illusions. Men are ungrateful, fickle, deceptive. To expect pure loyalty is to invite betrayal. Power belongs to those who know when to align and when to withdraw. The world is not moved by goodness. It is moved by strategy. When you offer absolute loyalty to anyone, friend, mentor, leader, you surrender independence. And independence is the root of authority. Devotion is rarely respected. It is studied, then exploited. The loyal are predictable, and predictability is death in the game of power. Dark psychology teaches a brutal rule. Loyalty must be calculated, never emotional. True Machiavellian loyalty is conditional. It serves your growth, your protection, your rise. The moment it stops serving those purposes, it must be questioned. Most people remain loyal out of fear. Fear of being alone, fear of losing approval, fear of being labeled untrustworthy. These are the same people who are discarded the moment they stop being useful. The powerful do not attach themselves to people. They attach to leverage, to position, to opportunity. Alliances shift. They do not resist this. They anticipate it. Your loyalty should be a mask, not your identity. You wear it when it benefits you. You remove it when it becomes a liability. This is not cruelty. It is realism. Machiavelli warned against dependence on any one person or structure. Dependence kills autonomy, and autonomy is dominance. Never reveal where your true allegiance lies. Let people believe you are on their side, while you remain sovereign internally. The illusion of loyalty is more powerful than loyalty itself. It keeps others comfortable, while keeping you untouchable. Kings fall because they trust too deeply. Subordinates are eliminated because they serve too faithfully. Friends become enemies because they expect equality where hierarchy exists. When you are too loyal, people stop respecting you. They test you. They exploit you. They stop fearing your withdrawal. Fear maintains order. When people know you can walk away without hesitation, your loyalty becomes a privilege, not a guarantee. Give loyalty like a weapon. Sharp, deliberate, purposeful. Never give it like a gift. Gifts are forgotten. Weapons are remembered. This makes you unpredictable. And unpredictability is the ultimate psychological advantage. They cannot manipulate what they cannot define. That is Machiavellian power. Loyal in appearance, sovereign in reality. Remember this: loyalty without strategy is self-betrayal. Your allegiance belongs to your purpose, not to people who come and go. 8. Become untouchable. Becoming untouchable is the final evolution of power. It is the point where no insult, no betrayal, no manipulation can penetrate your armor. This is not arrogance. It is sovereignty. The world will always test you. People will provoke. Circumstances will resist. The weak break. The emotional react. The unprepared collapse. The untouchable remain unmoved. Machiavelli wrote that true freedom belongs only to those who master themselves. Anyone ruled by others is never free. To become untouchable, you must kill the hunger for approval, the need for validation, the chase for love and recognition. These are traps. They tether your peace to other people's moods. The world does not reward virtue. It respects self-possession, clarity, and control. When you stop feeding your ego through others, you reclaim your energy. That energy becomes a fortress. The untouchable are built deliberately. They invest in discipline, skill, and strategy. not attention, not applause. Their authority is quiet, their confidence invisible, their presence undeniable. Dark psychology reveals a simple truth: people fear what they cannot control. Once you detach from reaction, from expectation, from the need to be understood, you become unreadable. No one can predict you. No one can pull your strings. The levers are gone. The untouchable do not act emotionally. They act intentionally. Anger is measured. Fear is irrelevant. Desire is disciplined. Every reaction is chosen. Every silence deliberate. You become the axis around which chaos spins, unmoved. Machiavelli said it is better to be feared than loved if one must choose. Fear here is not terror. It is hesitation, the pause before crossing you. The awareness that access to you has a cost. Untouchability is not isolation. It is inaccessibility to exploitation. No insult destabilizes you. No betrayal defines you. No manipulation reaches you. You are no longer a reflection of others. You are the product of strategy and will. To reach this state, you must shed dependence, the need to justify, the need to explain, the need to be recognized. The untouchable understand impermanence. They anchor themselves internally, and anchors do not drift. When you reach this level, power becomes effortless. People feel it before they understand it. They respect it or fear it, but they never ignore it. You are no longer playing the game. You are the standard. Closing doctrine. The world will try to break you. It will betray you, punish your kindness, test your restraint. It will prove that fairness is a myth and predictability is a weakness. For too long, you gave energy to the unworthy. You explained yourself. You attached. You bled. That ends here. You now hold the blueprint. You killed the need to be understood. You detached from what drained you. You built boundaries, mastered silence, wielded loyalty strategically, and evolved into someone untouchable. This is not luck. It is discipline. Every step strips the world of leverage over you. You have chosen wisdom over impulse, control over chaos, ruthlessness, not loud, not cruel, but precise and silent. This is the version of you the world cannot bend, cannot manipulate, and cannot break. The untouchable are forged in fire, sharpened by strategy, and protected by self-mastery. Walk without apology, command without announcement, rise without permission. The world will notice only after it's too late. Drop this final affirmation: I am untouchable now.